Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, BEAGLE Open Call 1 for Industry. Today's webinar will be hosted, and my name is Daniela Fonseca from F6S. I will be your moderator for this section. So it's a pleasure to have you all here. A short reminder of the etiquette: if you have any questions and if you want to ask about them, raise your hand before asking them. And for the others, please ask in the Q&A. So today's webinar starts with a brief welcome session from me, followed by an introduction to the BEAGLE project from the coordinator, Xiaoni Li. She's here from URV. Then Raul will guide us through the innovation funnel approach in briefly 10 minutes. And then I will explain the general guidelines and the BEAGLE Open Call for the industry makers, the process, guidelines, the selection, and how to register. So after this, we have 15 minutes reserved for a Q&A session. You are allowed to ask your questions and get more details about the specific issue that was raised during the webinar. So the webinar is scheduled for 1 hour, so let's try to keep track and avoid taking longer. So now I'll pass the word to our project coordinator, Xiaoni Li from URV.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daniela. And I really thank you for everyone being here to join this webinar. And I am going to give a very brief introduction to the project BEAGLE. And I would like to also present myself first. I am Xiaoni Li. I am the principal researcher and the project lead coordinator of the project BEAGLE, which it's a Horizon Europe project focusing on the knowledge visualization process to enhance the relationship between the academia and the industry. Okay, to start with the project presentation, I am going to start from our BEAGLE's partner first, because it's very important to have a very strong joint connection among all the partners. And I am from, well, we have the team from the URV, which is from the Universidad Rovira i Virgili, that is from the Catalonia region of Spain, and is actually located in the south of Catalonia. And URV is a public university, and we have previous experience in receiving projects from the EU, especially in the Horizon Europe lines of projects. And we have in BEAGLE project, we have 3 academic partners. Besides URV, we also have UWB, which is University of West Bohemian, which is located in Pilsen in the Czech Republic. And we have another academic partner that is called Högskolan West, University West, actually from Sweden, which is located in Trollhättan, that is near to Gothenburg in Sweden. So we 3 universities join the parts together as a part of academic sites, academic partners. And we have the partner F6S, which Daniela just presented as well. And this is our partner that's very responsible for the parts of dissemination and also for the stakeholder management and the events as open call and workshop, etc. And we have the partner CTAG, which is the Fundación para la Promoción de la Innovación y Investigación, Desarrollo de Tecnología en la Industria de Automoción de Galicia, which we have this partner as a technology center, which as intermediate connection to connect between our academic partners and also the industry partners. And then we have 4 industry partners, and every industry partner is focused mainly in one particular industry or sector. And we have our partner CTBG from, sorry, I forgot to say that CTAG is located in Galicia in Spain. And we have our industry partner, CTBG, that is located in Bulgaria. And it's mainly focused on the parts of the clean energy. And then we have our partner, Next Move, that is located in France. And the main focus or expertise provided is from the automobile industry. And then we have our partner, SCHP, which is also from Czech Republic. The main focus is which is one of the biggest cluster in chemistry in Czech Republic. And then we have our partner Unimox, which is from Poland, and which this partner has particular expertise when we form the network together with a special focus on the agri-food sector and agriculture sector. So this is the overview. As you can see that our partners are cross country. So we have a very international connection among all the partners. So we have 9 partners in total, but we're from 7 EU countries, which made BEAGLE a very international project and also had its diversity with a connection among different EU countries. Thank you. The next page, please. Then I'm going to present a bit about an overview about BEAGLE, because what is about BEAGLE and why it's called BEAGLE. Actually, BEAGLE stands for Blue Ocean Strategy for Value Creation. And here, I wanted to emphasize that BEAGLE actually aims to create or apply Blue Ocean strategy to enhance the knowledge visualization process and research results uptake in a very innovative way. And I assume that most of you already know what are the blue oceans. Blue oceans refers to the creation of markets or value chain in the areas that are currently not tapped, or we say untapped, and to create opportunities for a profitable and sustainable long-term growth. On the contrary, we always hear about also red ocean, which refer to the mature product markets. And usually in the red ocean, we have different type of competition, especially in terms of the pricing, in terms of the profit margins, which that it's not the main focus of BEAGLE. And from this graph, you will see the project overview of BEAGLE, which we are focusing on the main actors or channels based on the academia and the industry joint research connection by applying the methodology of mix of teams, which will be presented later also by our team. And we focus on the creation of research-driven spin-offs and also use intermediaries as knowledge transfer offices or technology centers to help in this process of knowledge transfer. We consider that BEAGLE has current challenges, as in general, we detected a low knowledge visualization mindset among researchers, and which we consider that sometimes we don't provide sufficient culture or a very trustful community or network to motivate such a broad societal use of research results. And therefore, in this way, we consider the intermediaries, as in the graph, provides a very important role here, because intermediaries, as either the KTOs, the TTOs, or any other type of intermediaries, are particularly helpful to improve this condition for knowledge transfer by acting as the initial point of contact for researchers and business seeking new prospects, not only on the concrete technology or on the concrete patents, but when they're seeking a new innovation directions, these intermediaries can provide very important role. And this also refers that we will need to have this kind of intermediaries as TTOs or KTOs officers, and they are able to speak the language both from the academia and from the industry. And therefore, we consider the framework of BEAGLE is to enhance the link or the connection between academia and the industry, aiming to create research-driven spin-offs, but by using intermediaries and also improving the connection of intermediaries or the role of intermediary in this connection. The next slide, please. Thank you. And in the project objectives and approach, as it's indicated, we aim to enhance the challenge, or we aim to improve and the relationship and the link between academia and industry collaboration. So that's our main focus. And we have 3 main objectives. The first one is to increase the productivity and efficiency in the knowledge valorization process and the value creation in these academia and industry linkages, because we consider that the knowledge valorization is also a very important market, although it's not so commonly applied as some in sectors, as clothing sector, but or fashion sector. But knowledge valorization is particularly important because it itself is actually a market. And we aim to implement Blue Ocean strategy for this innovative market creation in this knowledge valorization process. And this is a very innovative manner because Blue Ocean strategies have never been used in this knowledge valorization process before. And by using this new methodology, we aim to focus on increasing the collaboration among different countries and different sectors all over Europe. And we have also some specific objectives, which some of them we have already stepped forward. For example, the first specific objective to promote best practices exchange in knowledge valorization to discover new market niches. We have 12 market niches identified from the future direction for the technologies, applications to the industry. And we have the second specific objective as to foster the strong academia and industry links and look for the synergies through the co-creation process, okay, to discover some innovation demand opportunities. And that is what we call phase 1. So we have 3 phases in total for this project. So the phase 1 is mainly focused about innovation demand opportunities discovery. And then we'll connect from the demand side. We're going to have the second open call in the university, among all the research groups from these 3 universities to ask for the innovation offers. And that is what we call the phase 2. And both phase 1 and phase 2 will be closely collaborated with the mix of team, which my teammate will present later. And we have the last specific objective is to finalize and consolidate the knowledge valorization in the form of action plans. So we aim to build the connections between the innovation demand opportunities with the innovation offer or supply opportunities, and to reach 20 action plans, preparing the projects for future investment support from European instruments. And therefore, what I want to emphasize here now is that although BEAGLE project will last for 3 years, but it doesn't mean the BEAGLE project will end in 3 years. It will last from the 3 years and to the future, because what we aim to build is a network, and it's a very trustful community of BEAGLE partners and all participants, all the companies within BEAGLE network. And we would like to reach these 20 action plans and propose these connections so that they will have future collaborations in different forms and look for the financing. So this is actually the future steps of BEAGLE, and very welcome to this BEAGLE community and this BEAGLE network. Thank you.
Thank you, Shioni. Now let's move to the next presentation. Raul, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniela. Do you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much. and welcome to this webinar. I'm going to present the BEAGLE ambition and also the innovation funnel approach. So I am an innovation project manager at CTG, as Daniel and also Shayoni presented before. And I am in charge to, let's say, deal the innovation funnel that we have created, and to monitor and to ensure that the funnel mechanism that we have created is conducted as we have planned, and with the interest and the success that we are expecting to reach. So what is the ambition of the BEAGLE project? The BEAGLE project is a co-creation experiment that we would like to connect industry makers with researchers on finding new business opportunity. So this is a very ambitious project in where we are implementing an activity, an experiment, a pilot program in where we perform the co-creation, a collaborative creation of new opportunities, new business opportunities. As Sayoni has presented before, we want to make sure that when we try to implement an innovation strategy to identify new business opportunity, we adopt the blue ocean strategy. So one of the mission with our co-creation experiment is to make sure that we avoid the red ocean strategy, and we understand how to adopt the blue ocean strategy. So for those that has no introduction into this innovation strategy, the idea of with BEAGLE is to understand blue ocean and to adopt this methodology, this technique, in order to discover a new business opportunity. We want to convert the research offer into a business opportunity for your company. So if you are here, it's because you are a researcher or you are a professional working on a company, a CEO, a CTO, or an innovation manager, project manager, sorry, and we want to make this connection. We want to help that the offer from the research, methodology, protocols, patents, all the huge relevant knowledge that any research conduct in their career, try to find a suitable manner to put on the market. And in this process, we engage both sides, the industry and the academia, in this co-creation method. And the main goal, and at the end, as Sayoni highlighted, the result of this co-creation experiment is to create 20 innovation projects. So by 2026, our expected result is to, after conducting this co-creation experiment, as I'm going to present to you later, is to identify and to create 20 innovation projects. And here is the team from BEAGLE who is going to help into making this connection, and then to elaborate an action plan for each of the 20 innovation projects. Next slide, please. So what is this innovation funnel that we have created in BEAGLE? Our funnel starts with the recruitment of 120 makers from each side, from the side of the industry, that is on the right on this diagram, and the similar process for the academia, for the research. We start with 120 individuals. When we mention individuals, later Daniela will present better. Our purpose is to recruit, to find professionals from both sides, from the business side, from the companies. Even you are an SME, you are a spin-off, you are a startup, or you are a large company. If you are a CTO, you are a CEO, you are a manager, you are a coordinator, you are a project manager, innovation manager, or you are a single practitioner, single innovator, that you have an idea about how to solve one of our 12 niche for new business opportunity, and you present a demand on innovation. I have this demand, and I would like to be solved by the academia, by the research, by the ones who has the capacity to help me to answer this demand. So we start with 120 through the open call. The recruitment process is to be part of this co-creation experiment. So we are looking for makers to be part of this co-creation experiment. Then we filter from the 120 demands, individual demands. We will select half of them, and we will work with them to create the demand on this innovation. But instead of conduct or to prepare a simple and traditional paper, simple or traditional proposal, writing down in a single PDF, our idea is to do more attractive, to do it more simple to present and to request what are you demanding. That's the idea of doing the video fact sheet. So the idea is to have a very short video fact sheet in where you present your demand on innovation, you align what are you requesting, what are your idea about what you are looking for, and how do you expect to be solved with one pattern, with one process, with one specific algorithm that you are not capable to research on that, and you're looking for that from in the academia. And then we will stop, and then we will go to the side of the academia with the same process, 120, 60. When we have the 1660 video fact sheet from the demand and from the offer, we do a process to create connections. So we will identify 40 connections, in the meaning that from this 60 demanding of research, identify at least 40 that are solved by the academia, 40 that are proposing at the academics, the research, a method, a solution, an algorithm, a technique that are capable to solve the demand from the industry. And then the last part is from these 40, we will make a selection considering the most viable and realistic connections to be converted into innovation projects, and we will go to the last part of this innovation funnel that will be to create 20 action plans in where we identify the best formula of collaboration. We will consolidate the collaboration between the industry and the academia. We will create the necessary, and we will help the industry and the academia, the company and the research, these both innovators to agree and to sign the corresponding agreements, a contract, memorandum of understanding, and any legal conditions in order to be comfortable to work together and to create this innovation project idea. And also we will help to identify investments, to identify funding opportunities in order to reduce the implementation and the roadmap to create this innovation project in specific new business opportunity, new business needs. So this innovation funnel is the global picture. And in the next slide, we have the bracket in where we present how I want to complete. I always say that this is like a tournament, like a champions, no? We have these tables. Each of the cohort, we have this table empty, and we, during the upcoming month and years, where we need to complete. So in each specific cohort, we will our mission is to find individuals, makers, who help us to complete and to appear here, no, from the side of the industry, cohort 1, cohort 2, from the part of academia, same, cohort 1, cohort 2, and then we start in this combining cooperation activity, in where we have the cohort 3 and 4, the last 2 steps in where both are collaborating. So at the end, you could see from the 120, 60, 40, and 20. The idea is to offer you the opportunity to be part on this bracket and to appear your name, your innovation, your potential business opportunity in this bracket about the innovation funnel of BEAGLE. So I try to be very clear, precise, and concise, because that's the innovation funnel. And now Daniela will explain you how we're going to help you to be part of this innovation funnel. Thank you so much. Daniela, again, the floor for you.
Thank you so much, Raul. So following the introduction of Raul, you already know me. My name is Daniela Fonseca. I'm a project manager at F6S. And with me today, I have Ivana Ilic. She is the communication manager and will be the ones guiding you through the BEAGLE Open Call process together with the BEAGLE team. So starting with the objectives of the open call, the BEAGLE Open Call aims to seek professionals, to look for professionals from industry, from companies, big, small companies, startups that are willing to participate in our co-creation process, in our co-creation methodology, to propose their innovation demands in one of the 12 market niches that we have defined, and I will talk about that a little bit later. So the BEAGLE will run the Open Call 1 to attract and recruit these 120 professionals from industry. As Raul was saying before, we are talking about innovation managers, chief technology officers, product managers themselves, everyone from the industry that is able to propose these innovation demands and want to become makers to compete in the funnel process designed. So the industry makers are required to propose their own use cases and from this address their specific challenges and objectives aligned with the 12 market niches of BEAGLE and working together with the BEAGLE team to create the 60 video fact sheets. The open call process is divided into 3 phases. The phase 1, which is already open, concerns the registration and participation in today's webinar. And then we have phase 2, in which all the participants that registered in this first phase will be able to participate in the workshop, and then this will give them tools to develop their video fact sheets. And this is the phase 3 of the process with the video fact sheet support. So in this process, the open call will be open, is already open, already. It was open in November on the 29th, and it will remain open until the last day of February, the 28th of February, 2025. For you to have an idea of the activities related with each one of the cohorts that Raul was talking before. So the cohort 1, which concerns the process 1 of the open call with the registration, all of these participants will be invited to participate in the open call. So they are recruited in phase 1, and then this cohort 1 will participate in the phase 2 in the workshop. And then after the participation in the workshop, 60 of them will be invited to create their video fact sheets. From these will be submitted, and cohort 3 and 4, in which there is a match between the demand from industry and the solutions from academia. The cohort 3 and 4 already involves this connection with academia side. So in here we are talking about a cutoff process in which the applicants will run through different processes to create 20 innovation proposals and to enable the development of these new action plans. In this slide, you can see a representation of the 3 processes that in the scheme that I was providing before, and with the respective timelines. So apologies for that. So phase 1 concerns the open call registration. And here we are gathering the participants for the cohort 1. In phase 2, you are notified to participate in the workshop, and we are moving from the cohort 1 to the cohort 2, which will participate in the preparation of video fact sheets, publish them, and then to start the connection with academia, we are moving to the cohort 3 and 4 to finish with the publication of the 20 action plans. So the co-creation experiment involves the collaboration between the BEAGLE teams and the participants. And as I was saying before, the co-creation experiment involves the dedication of these teams to 12 market niches, which were defined upon the BEAGLE work developed so far. And as part of these market niches, we will have facilitators. These are called mixed teams from BEAGLE, which will facilitate and work together with the participants of the open call. And these mixed teams, these facilitators, are the representatives from the academia institutions and the technology-focused partners that Shiani was telling you before. And each mixed team is assigned specific themes that align with the expertise of these partners. And the role of the mixed teams is actually to act as facilitators, to guide, and also to manage the recruitment process initiated through this open call. So they will engage the professionals, they will help them in the co-creation of the innovative solutions. And this is important to establish a common ground and a system that will help all the participants throughout the innovation funnel of the BEAGLE process. These 12 niches that I'm showing here correspond to the 12 market niches identified by the consortium earlier, in earlier stages of the methodology of BEAGLE. And these involve the renewable energy with AI-driven platforms for optimizing energy production, storage, and distribution. Also, AI-enhanced cybersecurity with solutions for real-time threat detection, anomaly detection, and automated response. Personalized health, we are talking about health services regarding vaccines and nutrition. Also, the AI-powered credit risk assessment to generate specific and innovative product demand within the financial service industry. Drone delivery services, AI-powered energy consumption analysis. In here, we are also including AI for decarbonization and analysis of energy consumption. The seventh market niche focuses on sustainable mobility hubs, integrated sustainable transport solutions in here, the mobility hubs themselves, also decentralized renewable energy, farm-to-fork supply chains, the conversion of waste CO2 by providing synthetic fuels, other chemicals, AI and IoT for smart cities. We are talking about sustainable chains and deep tech and novel solutions to provide efficient and sustainable chains, and circular agriculture and packaging, in which the purpose in here is to bring demand and/or solutions to transform the agri-food residues into higher value products. So, following the selection of the market niches, the participants will first select the market niches in their application form, and then the applicants will participate in the workshop. The workshop is planned to run on 3 days, and the participants may choose one day to attend. In one of the sessions, we will talk about the business model, the Blue Ocean strategy and innovation canvas, in which this session will lay the groundwork with an introduction to the workshop and their goals. Participants will be trained in spotting business and market innovation opportunities and how to apply these strategies to specific industry sectors. So the first session will conclude with the creation of a system innovation canvas, a tool to organize and map the insights gathered. Then, in session 2, the participants, the collaborating and validating ideas, will break into smaller groups to identify the business opportunities, and the co-creative sessions will be followed by a peer review to refine their ideas to ensure that they are practical and aligned with the industry needs. And the validated opportunities will then be recorded in the project database. In session 3, the finalizing ideas, the session will be dedicated to polishing and documenting the ideas developed so far, and also will prepare the participants to the next phase, which involves creating the video fact sheets to highlight the identified opportunities. Now, moving from the BEAGLE Open Call process to the selection criteria. You know what will happen during the first phase, in which we will recruit the applicants and you all be joining a workshop. And then how will we manage your participation? So for you to have an idea, for the ones that haven't registered so far, the registration and submission of the participation and the video fact sheets are only made through the F6S platform. So other ways of registration by sending emails and so forth will not be considered, and only if they are complete, of course. The video fact sheets should have a clear dimension as part of one of the 12 market niches that I told you before, and they will be considered eligible for the next phase if the content corresponds to the BEAGLE requirements. Furthermore, there is the question of language in here, in which everything that we will handle regarding registration and submission of the video fact sheets needs to be provided in the English language only. And the registrations and the video fact sheets should be submitted always before the deadline. So, for you to have an idea of the kind of beneficiaries that we are working, Raul already touched a point of, okay, we are looking for companies, small, medium, big, startups, and people that work within. We are looking for individuals in the organizations that are doing businesses and competing in the industry process. So the participants will be able to apply to these several niches to conduct a video fact sheet for each innovation, and proposals from different industries and academia will be prioritized. So, as part of the co-creation experiment, the target beneficiaries are these individual makers, these members from industry. First, from the BEAGLE network. We are talking about partners and associates from the ecosystem of the project partners. The project will benefit the beneficiaries that are represented first by the partners of the consortium and then extend the participation to external members. This approach will help broaden the BEAGLE outreach, ensuring sufficient engagement and the achievement also of the target numbers to enrich the project with diverse insights and the contributions from a wider pool of stakeholders. Regarding the target participants, as you might be aware, as part of the European Union projects, participants must be based in member states of the EU and the overseas countries of the territories. And the ambition is to facilitate the engagement of professionals to be part of the co-creation experiment. And the priority will first be given to the stakeholders from the respective ecosystem of BEAGLE. So we are talking about members of each project partner, as Shawnee has shared before with the map. First with industries based in Spain, France, Sweden, Poland, Czech Republic, and Bulgaria. Now, regarding the deadline and the language, the registration will be open for almost 3 months. It opened on 29th of November and it will remain open until the 28th of February. It always closes at 5 p.m. Brussels time. English is the official language, and this means that not only for the submission and registration, but throughout the whole process, all communications will be in English. So this slide over here brings the information that I was sharing before in a scheme where you can see the different stages from the open call registration managed through the FSuccess platform. There is a webinar, a workshop. You will be certified to prepare the video fact sheets. And then if you agree to move on the next stages to provide mentorship and support, you will submit them to the FSuccess platform again. And in the future, you can collaborate and establish the connection with the academia members. Regarding the registration is through the FSuccess webpage. You can find all of the information in this slide in the guidelines for applicants. You are required to register a profile at FSuccess and then to answer all the questions in the questionnaire, in the survey. The information that we are asking you is the email, name, job, title, organization, country, and for you to identify the thematic niche you want to run for. And then after you register, you will be invited to participate in the workshop. The registration deadline will not be extended. This is important as a reminder for you. Now, let's follow up the information of the previous slide with a short video. So, during the process, you are expected to go to the website of Project BEAGLE, where you will find information about the open call. After checking out the guidelines, you will find the link to the FSuccess page where you can build your profile, add your name, email, job title, your organization, basically everything that I was telling you before that we ask you to fulfill during your registration. You can check out you can indicate the niches you are applying for and also confirm the requirements to join the BEAGLE program regarding sharing the information, the mentoring, so on. How did you hear about BEAGLE? And if you accept the conditions that are reflected in the project documents, in the guidelines. So the submission of the video fact sheets will follow the same process. Through the FSuccess platform, you go in there and you answer the questions regarding your identification, and also you will be asked to provide a link to your video fact sheet or to upload it directly. This is an overview of the evaluation and the eligibility check. Upon registration, the BEAGLE team will check the participation of via the F6S platform within the timeline defined before, and the participation of individuals from eligible countries. Regarding the video fact sheets, again, we will verify if they are received via the F6S platform during the defined deadline, the fact that the video is in English, and that is submitted prior to the guideline. For those who will then submit the fact sheets, a ranking system is already in place to assist the team in the evaluation process. And the criteria defined are based on innovation, feasibility, and capacity with different weights. And inside each one of these criteria, we have specific things to look for, and we will score them from 1 to 5, from poor to excellent. After the evaluation phase of the video fact sheets, participants will be selected and informed to participate in the next steps of the co-creation experience of the experiment, and will sign a collaboration agreement with the coordinator, URV. And to give you a brief overview before finalizing, during the BEAGLE program, during the co-creation experiment, the participants will receive the following support. The BEAGLE partners will guide the applicants throughout the process, will assist in the development of their ideas, will provide mentoring and assist them in the creation of their video fact sheets. All the participants will be invited to the BEAGLE events that are carried out online, and the mixed teams of BEAGLE will do this mentoring support and advisory service in the conversion of their demands and solutions into these connections, and creating the innovation proposal within the Blue Ocean strategy. It's important to highlight that no financial support will be provided for this project to participate in the co-creation experiment, in the registration and in the preparation of the video fact sheets themselves. Before finishing, I would like to share with you the contacts that are available for you to reach out to us. The open call documents are available in our website on the sub-tab of the open call. For registration of the open call, you should follow up the registration form you can find in the F6S platform, and you will have an online Q&A and discussion forum in the F6S as well. The submission of the video fact sheets will open once that phase is ready. So in March, April, you will be able to submit your video fact sheets. And if there's anything that you need to communicate to us that you are finding any trouble to register in our open call, contact opencall@beagle.eu or support@f6s.com. I believe we reached the end of my presentation, and now we have some time to move to the Q&A. You can ask your questions in the chat or raise your hand. I believe Julia from Unimos would like to say something. It's on the chat, but maybe you could jump in and say it to the whole group if you don't mind, Julia.
Hi, of course, yes. So one of the companies just messaged me asking, and I think it would be good to answer it in wider public. So the company is asking about the intellectual property rights. So when a business proposes an idea, so what are the implications for the ownership of the idea? Who holds the rights to it afterwards?
Thank you, Julia. So maybe I'll ask Raul to answer this question, or Shani.
Okay. Yes, for sure. As I indicated before, during the whole process, and as well as Daniela has mentioned, each maker will sync a document, an agreement, in where we're going to establish and we're going to regulate all of these conditions, also considering the IPR. And we are aware about the importance of IPR. So the IPR will remain from the owner who produce or who suggests this innovative. So we're not going to transfer any IPR. We're not going to acquire any IPR. The IPR, the property is going to remain in the owner, in the original who suggests this. Is if the connections is conducted and this maker is included in one of the 40 connections, as I indicated before, in that step that is going to be in the cohort number 3 is where we're going to analyze the formula of collaboration. And this formula of collaboration includes also how we're going to protect any intellectual property, but also how we could formulate a correct manner to create an innovation proposal, create a project, create a potential business in where we get an agreement between both parties, academia and industry, about the access, the maintaining the property, but also if it is relevant to transfer the knowledge, to collaborate in the process. So the formula in where the IPR is going to be considered will be established in the cohort number 3. Okay, but before this process, for sure, is not going to be disclosed to anyone external from the process. In all the process, is a co-creation experiment that is restricted. So in the cohort number 1, the people who are involved in this workshop is not public. This workshop is internally, and only the 120 selected because they apply through the open call will be selected and will be participating in the workshop. The workshop is not going to be public. So everybody who is going to be as a maker, but also the professional, the team from BEAGLE, we are covered and we have seen agreements. Makers are going to sign agreement with the program, and all the professionals who are working on BEAGLE, we have our agreement regarding intellectual property and everything related to with the confidentiality, but also the how to manage any intellectual property by our own, but also any intellectual property generated or managed or conducted during the co-creation experiment. So there is no problem, there is no doubt, there is no any risk about that, because the first one is that this co-creation experiment is private, not public. And for sure, when in the process, if someone, any maker from the research, from the academia, and from the industry, identify that I have some specific information that is confidential or is restricted, they have to notify in order to make sure that we take the correct manner and the correct measure, and not to publish nothing that will be relevant considering the IPR, but this is going to be included. So no doubt on that.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Raul.
Julia.
Thank you. I will just highlight what Raul said, that in the collaboration agreement, we are expected you to read it then when it's available for the ones that participate, that the BEAGLE commits to not disclose your information that is limited not only to intellectual property rights, but your ideas themselves. So we want to make sure that you understand that as participating in the co-creation experience, you are benefiting from the experience of the mixed teams, and as well the possibility for you to understand how to provide the ideas, business ideas, and how to navigate throughout the blue oceans with your industry, or in this case with academia as well. Thank you, Raul. We have another question in here. It says, what would you say is the main benefit for an SME for participating in the open call? So maybe I will just I can add some information in here. The benefit for participating in the open call is to bring the ideas to life and to guarantee that you are finding the match and the solution for your industry demands, with solutions that are high-tech, that are aligned with the top trends in the market, that have no other competition, which make it easier for you to grow in the market by employing these action plans that will come out from the BEAGLE co-creation experiment. So you will receive mentoring and support to understand how the blue ocean strategy work. You will understand from the moment you participate in the workshop that you can almost like apply the same methodology on your daily life to bring your ideas, your demands, your challenges into a new perspective, and to create and assess how they can turn into business ideas, or how you can develop together with your solution creators new business models and new action plans. So I believe that this is one of the main benefits in here, where you can learn to navigate in the blue ocean strategy and understand how to create the canvas tool and to apply this knowledge in your daily work in the future.
Sorry, I just want
to... You can add, of course.
We'll add one point, that why it's so beneficial for SME to join the open call and also to join BEAGLE, because we provide you a very trustful community, which is our BEAGLE network. And if you have any innovation demand, or if you have any expected innovation, as Daniela just suggested, and we will be able to offer you the opportunity to find the innovation supply. Because thinking about the BEAGLE network composition, we have 9 partners from 7 EU countries, and the 4 industry partners actually covered almost 220 large companies and 700 SMEs in this network. And meanwhile, we're going to provide you with the 3 academic universities with 256 research groups, and we're having 2,618 researchers in this network. And this is a very powerful network to be able to connect your innovation demand with the innovation supply. And also, BEAGLE doesn't end there with the connection. We're going to also go to the post-BEAGLE phase, which BEAGLE Marketplace and also BEAGLE Network, BEAGLE Community will continue after 3 years, which we aim to help you to look for the proper financial instruments to make this innovation idea to work, applying the blue ocean strategy. So sorry, that's what I would like to add in this particular question.
Thank you, Shani.
Thank you.
Some of the questions were already answered in the chat. So at the moment, we have no physical sessions scheduled. So the workshop will run online on 3 different days to make it more flexible for the industry members to join in. There is a community for people to join in at the F6S. It will run like a marketplace where people can meet and discuss in the forum their demands, opportunities, and so forth. And for the ones that register as part of the Open Call 1, we have a forum in there linked directly to the registration where people can start making conversation with the ones that are joining and understand common interests as well. So check it out and see which one fits your interests. There was also a question regarding today's presentation. It is recorded, so it will be available for you to watch later on the F6S page and on YouTube. So stay tuned, and I think you will find it quickly. It will be easier to find. I believe we reached the end of our webinar, just conscious of time. I believe it's time to close it. It was a pleasure to be here today with all of you and to get to share with you the basics of our open call. Follow us on LinkedIn and stay tuned for more updates. If you have any questions, go to the BEAGLE website. You'll find out contacts to reach out to us. So I hope you have a nice day and stay tuned and follow BEAGLE.